My name is Emily, and I'm a Noblesville Young Life leader. I first met Ava at Camp Tecumseh. We were hanging outside before lunch one day, and I was like, so Ava, you're going to be in high school next year. Like, where are you going to school? She's like, well, I'm actually going to go to Noblesville High School. I was like, I'm a Young Life leader at Noblesville High School. You have to come.
Hi, my name's Ava. I'm a senior at Noblesville High School. I had heard about Young Life, and I knew it was kind of something I wanted to start, but when I knew that I know a leader, I definitely was like, oh, I'm definitely coming then. My first impression of Young Life was that everyone here is really cool. It's just full of life and exciting, unlike a lot of clubs, I guess, that are here at school. Young Life camp for me was a little overwhelming at first. Emily really helped me get acclimated to the atmosphere, and by the end of the week it was super fun. One night, one story was very different for me, and it was the cross story. I heard it in a very different way than I'd ever heard it before. I've always been a Christian, I've always gone to church, but this was different for me in a way that he said that Jesus kind of thought of me in those moments and in the cross.
Afterwards, they had us go out, and I remember specifically praying that the Lord would speak to Ava, that he would come and just sit next to her and be present with her.
That night I went out, and I feel for the first time ever I talked directly to Jesus, which I don't think I've ever done.
Later that night in cabin time, we had talked about it, and Ava had said something about how she felt like she had really just spoken to him, and she felt like she heard him speak to her, and I almost started crying because I was like, yes, God.
I think of myself as a very big Christian. I've always thought that way. I really felt like I developed a relationship with Jesus, which is something I never realized I'd never done before, so that was amazing. Emily to me has been my mom, sister, best friend throughout all of high school. To me, she's just an amazing example of the Lord's love for me here on earth, which is an amazing thing to have in high school because you need it a lot, I feel so. Before Young Life, I feel my purpose was to fit in with the popular crowd, to get those good grades, and kind of live for myself a little bit and make myself happy. It was wildly unsatisfying because I definitely did not feel like I fit in. Through Young Life, I found my identity in Christ and his love for me, and I realized that I have this forever friend that is Jesus Christ, and I don't need to find acceptance or through other friends, and friends will come and go, but Jesus is forever, which is awesome and something that I realized through camp and through my entire Young Life experience. Young Life has shown me the importance of having intentional friends, and one way I get to do that is I'm a wildlife leader, so I get to hang out with middle schoolers and share God's love with middle schoolers every single week, which is awesome. I wish I would have had someone like that in middle school that would have told me that there's more to the world than my grades were. I just get to share God's love how Emily shared God's love with me, and it's just a really cool timeline to see how my life started from freshman year to now is an amazing transformation, I guess.